Before we begin, I want to mention two things. First, most of the recordings presented in this video are done with a pre-existing save, so you may notice missing enemies or lit bonfires that may be immersion breaking. Second, this is not a comprehensive list nor am I ranking these reveals. I simply want to show some of the ones that I personally enjoyed and some of their insights into the game as a whole. If a reveal that you like was missing, it's probably because the specific character I was using may not have been to that area yet, or because I don't have a lot of time to work on a side project like this, and I didn't want to take time to record all of the areas in the game that have awesome reveals. That being said, let's start with the beginning. After battling your way through the game's tutorial and defeating the Asylum demon, it seems like there's nowhere to go but this ledge. Looking around, you see seemingly endless mountains, covered in what you may think at first to be snow, but given the game's theme, is more likely to be ash. Then, when you step towards the ledge, you are met with this.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the Undead Asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
After the cutscene ends and the dust settles, you are met with a dilapidated temple and an eerie and pensive song gently playing in the background. This is your new home. Here you will see familiar faces, and some familiar faces might disappear. But more importantly, you yourself are never here for long. From Firelink Srhine, you will find paths to unknown and dangerous areas. But you must go, as it is your duty as the chosen undead. Dark Souls hosts a very interconnected world, and throughout your travels in Lordran, you will encounter hidden paths, elevators, and illusory walls that will take you to unexpected places. One of those places is the Valley of Drakes. Despite being connected to several areas in the game, the Valley of Drakes feels distant. It feels like you are just so far from home. But in reality, you can travel to many places from just this small strip of this very deep chasm. In a nearby elevator, we find ourselves delving into somewhere much darker. New Londo Ruins used to host a robust and flourishing culture. Now, however, it's dead. Or undead, rather. The city we find is a dark, hollow version of its former self, and the lighting and color here really make the whole city seem like one big ghost. Ghastly blue torches seem to light our way forward. And let's not forget our favorite hollow. Upon discovering the path under the Undead Berg, you will discover the Darkroot Garden. But if you're just a little perceptive, you'll see an opening to your right. Darkroot Basin isn't a huge area, but when I first discovered it, I felt like I was in a whole new world. All of the deep greens of the Darkroot area feel so alive and vibrant compared to much of the rest of the world. Above, you can see the Undead Burg, where you rang the Bell of Awakening. And below, you travel towards the multi-headed terror that awaits you. After ringing the second Bell of Awakening, you may notice that there's something outside. After a trek down, you will find the Demon Ruins. Faraway tombs and buried mausoleums glare contemptuously at you through a thick red haze in this open underground cavern. Despite its size and openness, something about it feels claustrophobic. When you arrive over the wall, the glistening sun blinds you for a moment, and then Anor Londo appears before you. The city seems very still, and you can only hear the wind howling. However, that stillness will soon be interrupted by many beasts and knights. But soon so too will the sun be interrupted by night. Gwyn's prized capital will soon come under dark, foreshadowing his own fate. Sometimes a beautiful painting can suck you in. With no way back, the only way now is forward. Ariamis, a strange, beautiful painted world. To me, the most intriguing part of the painted world is just that. It's a painted world. But its purpose is grim, meant to imprison and seal away dangerous artifacts, sinners, and one of Seath's experiments. One capable of felling gods. Ash Lake is probably the most enchanting place to discover for the first time in all of Dark Souls. Walking out of the Great Hollow and beholding the endless sea of enormous trees atop a deep blue lake through a blue-green haze, while a rich choir sets a reverent tone, is mesmerizing. And eternally waiting at the end of the beach is an immortal dragon. Thanks for watching my silly video about Dark Souls area reveals. If you like this kind of content, let me know and I might make a sequel or something else entirely. Alright, bye now.